Last time, we rested in the quiet before the world began, in the stillness where nothing yet had a name. Tonight, we move forward to the moment humanity first learned how to hold light in its hands. Before there were cities, before there were books, before there were clocks to tell us when to wake and sleep, there was fire, not as a tool, but as a mystery. Fire was not something humans merely used. It was something we had to tend. It could warm us, it could cook food, it could keep wild animals away and bring people together in the dark. And it could also take everything away. So the ancient storytellers treated fire with reverence. Across the world, every early culture told a story about how fire came to humanity, not because they loved flames, but because they understood what fire truly represented. In Greece, they spoke of Prometheus, who stole fire from the gods and carried it down to human hands. But that story was never just about heat and sparks. It was about power. Once humans had fire, they could shape the world. And once you can shape the world, you can also harm it. Other traditions tell a gentler story. In many indigenous teachings, fire was not stolen, it was carried. Animals risked themselves to bring it to the people, not as a gift of dominance, but as a gift of survival. In these stories, fire is not claimed, it is entrusted, and that difference matters. To steal something is to seek control. To be entrusted with something is to accept responsibility. In Polynesian stories, fire was hidden away by powerful beings until humans were ready to care for it. In the Bible, fire appears not as destruction, but as presence, a burning bush, a guiding flame in the wilderness. Again and again, fire is not just heat, it is awareness, it is consciousness waking up. Fire reveals what was hidden, it lets us see, but seeing brings choice. The moment humans learned to make fire was the moment they learned something deeper. We are no longer only part of the world, we are now shaping it, and shaping always carries weight. That is why ancient people did not treat fire casually. They built hearths, they lit candles, they kept sacred flames burning, not because they were afraid, but because they understood anything powerful deserves care. Fire changes whatever it touches. So does knowledge, so does technology, so does truth. None of them are dangerous on their own. They become dangerous when they are handled without reverence. In our modern world, we carry more fire than any generation before us. We hold glowing screens in our hands. We send words across the planet in seconds. We can shape minds, moods, and futures with a single sentence. This is fire, too, and the old stories are still whispering to us, not to frighten us, but to remind us, you carry something powerful, so carry it gently. Fire can warm a cold night. It can gather people close. It can cook food that keeps us alive, but it must be tended. Left alone, it spreads. Left unguarded, it burns. The same is true of every kind of power we hold. So when the ancient stories speak of the first fire, they are not speaking about the past. They are speaking about you, about the light in your hands, the voice you carry, the influence you never see. They are asking only this: will you use what you hold to warm or to burn? Thank you for listening. If something in this story stayed with you, let it stay quietly, like embers glowing after the flames have settled. Until next time, may the light you carry warm more than it wounds.